Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another edition of Into the Void! This is a game between Rocket and Ravyn on Odyssey, the latter edition. Rocket throwing out the good luck, have fun, amigo. And in the bottom right side of the map is his opponent, the Red Terran player, Ravyn. I'm going to say it's for Ravyn. You as well, says the Red Terran player, Ravyn. On the top left side of the map, we have the Blue Terran player, Rocket. Sponsored by Rocket Raccoon from the comics Guardians of the Galaxy. Alright, so supply depot right next to his command center out of Ravyn. No wall-offs here, and Rocket has not done anything yet. For those of you who do not know, Into the Void is my weekly Bronze and Silver League level examination of what's going on in StarCraft 2. If you'd like your Bronze or Silver League level game cast by Falcon Paladin on Friday nights, go ahead and send it to falconpaladin@gmail.com with the subject of Into the Void. And I'll get into my screeners, and the best ones will be chosen. Oh, it's way loud again. Why do you keep messing with my sound levels? My sound levels, StarCraft, why do you keep changing them on me? I just want them to stay. Can they just stay? Is that all right? That's probably all right. It changes the whole song when I change the sound volume. That's interesting. All right, so barracks on the way here for Ravyn, our Blue Terran player, going double gas, and now working on a barracks. So he is choosing to wall off and double gas opening here from Rocket. Meanwhile, Ravyn not choosing to wall up and going no gas opener into a barracks, which honestly, you want gas at some point. I know you think unupgraded Marines are pretty good, and they're good enough to get to the final level of the Wings of Liberty campaign on Brutal with nothing but unupgraded Marines, but as far as winning a ladder game, it's not going to get you too far. However, come on, this is Into the Void. This is Bronze. This is Silver. This is not going to be anything a little bit too insane for Ravyn here. He is making, wow, he's queuing up them Marines. As I always say, queue up one, maybe two. If you got all of these queued up, that is 150 minerals. You could be spending on other stuff. You could be making a bunch of refineries. I mean, not that he's starving for minerals. He's got 700 right now. Really should be looking at expanding. There's a lot of stuff you can do when you start out with 12 workers in Legacy of the Void. Ah, double gassing it. Okay, so making up for the fact that he started with 0 gas, he is now going for 2 gas. At the same time, Rocket's barracks is done, doing absolutely nothing else other than upgrading to an orbital command at his main base. He could planetary fortress it if he had an engineering bay. That's what you need to make that upgrade, but he doesn't. Getting a missile turret is what? That seems like an interesting missile turret. I mean, you're going against another Terran player here, so I don't think... Wow, a lot of missile turrets. All right, so it's 2.5 minutes in. Even the most aggressive medevac drop here with Widow Mines can't get here until like 4 minutes? Probably 5 against like the best players of all time. So, all right. A lot of missile turrets here, which means drops are going to be really hard for Ravyn. Not that Ravyn has anything approaching drops. He's making another barracks. Getting high-sec auto-tracking as Rocket, so the range on those missile turrets is increased by 1. Increasing it from 7 to 8, which you'd think, oh, it's only 1 Falcon Paladin. Why is that such a big deal? It's a huge deal. It's a huge deal. If those drops are getting hit on the way in at 1 range further, and on the way out at 1 range further, that adds up. It adds up big time. Chucking down some bunkers here is Rocket. And he does have the engineering bay. And he's going for the structure armor, increasing the armor of structures by 2. Working on high-sec auto-tracking. All right, it's a speed-up time. It is a speed-up moment from Falcon Paladin, as neither player has any interest in scouting at all. Look at how, look, nothing. Look on the other side. Nothing. Nobody knows what's going on. Both players are fully intent on just hanging out at home, throwing up static defense, throwing up bunkers, really worried about what the other player is going to do, and no one's going to do anything for a while. 4.5 minutes, soon to be 5 minutes into this game, and no one's even gotten outside of their main base. Has anybody even left their main base based on the fog of war? No. There could be a whole PF down here ready to kill you and you move out, and you would have no idea, Ravyn. No idea, Ravyn. Little supply blocked here. Yep, that's another thing. Keep an eye on that supply. Always be making a supply depot. Always be making workers. He's kind of stopped making SCVs as well. Because he's supply blocked, but he is actually keeping up on that queue here. He's got 5 queued up. Also, do something with your command center. Either upgrade it to a PF or make it into an orbital command. I recommend orbital command just because mules are really good, and so are scans, and the pros always do that. And just doing what the pros do is fine at this level. Try to copy their strategies. Factory. on the way from Rocket now. Got our first excursion coming up here with 4 Marines. Ravyn moving across the map here, and he's going to run into these bunkers and have a real bad time. Concussive shell is done? Concussive shell is done. How amazing. Did my sound too low? Should have checked that while I was in here. And it is. Ah, golly. That's better. That's what I like to hear. So, bunker stays alive, has a marauder inside. And those upgrades. Yeah, concussive shell, combat shield, building armor are done. Is that Neil Steel frame being researched? You never see that one. Increasing the cargo space of bunkers by 2. Also provides extra cargo space for command centers and planetary fortresses. If you ever need to load your SCVs into your command centers, you can do it with ease with this upgrade, which never happens. You never see it, honestly. Personal cloaking. What the? Oh my goodness! I missed the Ghost Academy. All right, so Rocket's going Ghost Academy. He's getting cloak for his ghosts as well. He's following that up with 3 starports. And look, Neil Steel frame is done. You can tell because the bunkers are all fancy looking now. Look how cool they are. They've got the, I don't know, it just looks better. It just looks better is what it's doing. Over here on the tech lab, we're getting stim, which makes a lot of sense. Probably some medevacs here would not really hurt either for Rocket. And back at Team Red, back at Ravyn, he's got Marines, he's got a tank, he's worried about a counterattack from his opponent, and I'm not entirely sure that is warranted. A lot of tanks, a lot of Marines, though. He has the general idea. He knows what to do in TVT, tanks and Marines and Vikings and some Ravens and things. Thors are actually not bad either, depending on how many tanks your opponent has. But, anyway, what are these? These are going to be tech labs on this starport. So could be Banshee. Could actually be Banshee and getting Blue Flame. Wow, Rocket is working on several disparate ideas at once here. Getting Cloak for Ghosts, getting Blue Flame for Hellions, of which he has 0. And possibly using the starport here for Banshees. Something was being built and got canceled. Ah, Fusion Core on the way from Ravyn. And he has the star. Is he going battle cruisers? Woohoo! We're going to see BCs and nukes in this game. I'm excited. I'm excited for this one. Look at all these supply depots queued up for Rocket. I think this one SCV is supposed to build all of them. Hey, SCV, come here. Yep, he's going to build all of these supply depots and then go back to work mining. Neither player has expanded, which at the 9-minute mark is really a red flag here. You have to have expanded. You're going to start mining out of your main base soon. Look at this. Both players starting to mine out of their main base. That should be an indication. If these are glowing and disappearing on you like this one just did for Rocket, you need to expand. He wants another missile turret, man. He is worried about air stuff, which, you know what? If we've got battle cruisers coming from Ravyn, then you know what? That seems totally fine. Ah, supply blocks. And upgrading his main base to a planetary fortress at the 9.5-minute mark. That's very exciting. What? Rocket, I'm confused. Where did his main go? Rocket upgraded his main. Oh, here it is. He's flying way over here with his orbital command and then long distance mining in his main to this planetary fortress. This is really inefficient. Building an armory where a command center could land, also pretty inefficient from Rocket. I'd recommend not doing this. Hyperflight rotors being researched by Rocket. These are going to be Banshees, and they're going to be mean, fast Banshees with that Hyperflight upgrade. And Rocket's going to take his main base and flight all the way to the top right side of the map for the Ninja Expand from the main, which is really exciting stuff here. Fusion Core. Is he making another Fusion Core? He's making another Fusion Core, which there's only one upgrade, and you only need one to make battle cruisers and stuff. Unless, did he already get advanced ballistics? That's still there, right? Upgrade tab. Where are we? No. Did that get moved? Oh, no. You need the Fusion Core in order to get it on the tech lab at the starport. Man, my brain sometimes. It is sometimes not the greatest brain, but you just got to keep moving forward. Keep moving forward is what the movie Meet the Robinsons taught me, which is a great film by Disney. It's animated. It's kind of 3D animated, but not like crazy 3D. Cloak Banshee here for Rocket. You cloak when you get there. Another tip from Falcon Paladin. You're moving across the map, and I understand you're kind of worried about bad stuff happening to you, but you generally will be safe on the trip across the map. And then you can cloak when you get there and actually murder stuff. So let's see if they... Oh, is this... Ravyn's actually expanding way over... Is he expanding over here? Where is he going with this thing? Either way, that should get taken down. I don't think Rocket saw it, though. This is low-level stuff, you guys. Low-level stuff. This command center lives by the grace of Into the Void, is what he lives by. Where on earth is he? He's got to be going in this bottom left corner. Both players kind of similar expansion styles here. I wonder if they've played against each other before. I have to imagine if you're playing in the bronze or silver ladders, especially now, it can't be that big. You have to be playing against the same people more than once or twice. So maybe there's a good reason for this. Maybe the person who sent this replay in can give us some background as to what is going on. Hellions being constructed by Rocket. Ravyn has the ability to make battle cruisers and has no interest in doing it. He's made 0 so far. He is making a Viking, which is exciting. And okay, so Ravyn, there we go. It's time to land at this bottom left base, and it's a little off center. You want to land so that you're pretty much covering that circle. There's a little visual guide to help you know where to build your bases on maps like these. So that's a little bit off center. That distance to the Vespian Geyser is a little bit far, but you know what? Whatever. And actually, Ravyn did bring along 3 SCVs in that command center as he floated it over. So hey, joke's on me. People get that upgrade all the time. Banshee, Liberator here. Liberator trying to fight against these Vikings. Not really working that well. Viking, you can get one. Nope. And Banshee flies into a million missile turrets and dies. So Rocket trying to stage an assault here on Ravyn's stuff, but didn't go so well. Lost a Liberator, a Viking, and a Banshee, while Ravyn lost absolutely nothing. 0 things. It's 24 to 31 harvesters here at the 14-minute mark of this game, which seems a little low. I mean, we were doing great making SCVs before Ravyn, but he kind of forgot. How to do it. Still not making any at his natural ninja base either, which is a bit of a problem for him, and it's 90 to 72 total supply. A lot of Marines, a lot of tanks. Ravyn is waiting for Rocket to come up to him, try to come up this ramp, and lose everything, and then just leave the game. I think that is Ravyn's strategy, if you had to ask. Okay, so bringing out the Hellbat Marine SCV army for Rocket. What is going on here? Is he bringing Medivacs? Medivacs would be really good. They can heal Hellbats, but not in Hellion form, just in Hellbat form. They can heal the SCVs, they can heal the Marines, they would just be great. Okay, so remember what I said about bringing the whole army into range of these tanks and then just dying? So I admit I made that prediction a little facetiously. I was trying to make fun of Ravyn, but you know what? It totally worked. It totally worked. Rocket sent his entire army over into the range of 5 tanks and a bunch of Marines and lost everything. It's 91 to 27 total supply. Ravyn has a giant army. And, I mean, I know that part 2 was hoping that your opponent would just give up at that point. And that's probably still what's going on here, is because Ravyn has showing no interest at all in moving across the map. 0% interest in moving across the map, which is his prerogative. The best part about StarCraft is nobody makes you do anything. You can wipe out your enemy's entire army and then sit back and wait for them to rebuild that army and come kill you. And that's totally great. Nobody's going to stop you from doing that. They might shame you a little bit for doing that, but you know what? That's how we learn. Sometimes we learn from people telling us what we're doing wrong. So yeah, a counterattack, this is what you do. If you just killed that much stuff from your opponent, go just A-move the other way. That's the other thing. I don't think Rocket was even A-moving, really. Was he? Did his units even bother attacking when they were... it might have been just like a regular right-click move, which don't do that. Don't do that. Press A, then click where you want your units to attack move, and you're going to be in a better spot. They teach you this, though. They teach you this in the tutorial when you first launch StarCraft 2 for the first time. I know, because I've done that, and every time I go to a new region, it makes me redo that tutorial. And I'm like, no, can I just... And then I exit the tutorial. But for a second, I'm like, oh, I got to go through this whole thing. And it teaches you how to A-move. Like the first thing that it does. Okay, it teaches you how to walk first, but then it's how to A-move. It's so incredibly ingrained. All right, so Ravyn has finally responded to all of my encouragement and is moving out with his Marines with +2 attack and +1 armor, and his Vikings and Banshees. It's a very interesting composition here. I don't see this going super well, except for all the static defense in the Planetary Fortress. He didn't bring any of his tanks. Bring tanks. That's my recommendation. If you're going to attack into another Terran player and attack their main especially, bring tanks, set them out down here, use the Vikings to kind of fly over just close enough, not close enough to get hit, but close enough to provide vision, and then wreck all this stuff. But no, all the tanks are back home. Bottom left ninja base does have more workers now. It's 28 to 20. Ravyn has a bit of a lead. Is he sending all of his SCVs to this bottom left base? No. Is he going to bring them up? Where are you going? Maybe they are going down here. Oh, now they are. Yep, 24 out of 14. So he's going to super oversaturate his ninja expansion. Rocket is taking a third base. Where on earth is this? Is he going to build it? No. Where is it? Is it flying from somewhere? No, he's building it. Okay, he's building it here. Third base at the goal just south of the ninja expand in the top right. Again, neither player has any idea their ninja expansions exist for the other guy. They think it's all one base to one base right now, which is ludicrous because we're 20 minutes into this game. He's making another fusion core. Ravyn really has a fundamental misunderstanding of what fusion cores are for. I can't think of a reason why he would need 3. He's probably confused as to exactly how this works. Ah, look at these missile turrets with their upgrade. Look at that. Range of 8. Killing that Banshee with ease. High-sec auto-tracking coming into play again. So Ravyn's kind of just sitting down here hoping that Rocket will once again leave his base and come attack into his stuff. Don't land your Vikings. Oh, your Vikings are not good against planetary fortresses. They really... Oh, don't go up here. Don't do it, Ravyn. All right. We're going up here. Banshee getting some good damage off. Nobody really shooting at her, which is fantastic. Vikings attacking as well. Planetary Fortress not actually part of this. Now it is. Now it comes into play. Banshee can finish it unless missile turrets wreck her first, as they do. That's a really good combination. Planetary Fortress and missile turret. You really have to engage it with tanks if you're a Terran player. And everybody's dead. Banshees, Liberators, and Vikings for Rocket coming on down. It is now somehow magically 58 to 51 supply. Rocket has a lead. He's trying to attack Hellbats up here into... Tanks, man. That was a really good spin. Really good front flip on that dead SCV. Liberators flying into the range of missile turrets, mind you, to try to kill stuff, which is difficult. The Banshees do take down the missile turret, and they do it. The tanks are forced to retreat from this Liberator assault that we're seeing here. And missile turret's just so good against Banshees, you guys. It's not even fair. Does he have? He doesn't have high-sec auto-tracking, though. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Liberator has this circle set up right on this ramp of Ravyn. The tanks get out of there before the circles are set up, so that's nice. But the tanks, are the tanks going to A-move the other way? Vikings land to attack them. And I mean, they need extra damage again. Extra damage against mechanical, but in that case, it didn't really matter. All right, so Ravyn has left the game. He does not say good game. He's a little bit upset about things. I mean, what does he have at this point? What does he have at this point? Let's see. He has 4 Marauders and 6 Marines. 22 minutes and 56 seconds into this game. Really rough stuff. Really rough stuff there for Ravyn. He had the game in hand. He was up so much. If he just brings his tanks along with him on that battle to attack at Rocket Space, I think he wins, honestly. But nope, doesn't do it. Liberators, Vikings taking down missile turrets. Rocket likes to stick around in these games from time to time. And on the off chance this ghost actually nukes something, let's follow him real quick. He's got a nuke in his pocket. Got +3/+3 as well. I did not realize those were the upgrades for Bio that Rocket had. Ghost killing missile turrets. That's fine. Trying to kill some of these Marauders. Also alright, I suppose. Come on, Ghost. You have about 20 seconds to show us what you can do. Just show us if you're going to nuke anything as a special ending to this game. Planetary Fortress will not attack as Ravyn has left the game. Rocket just wants to kill all this stuff. I guess you do get XP for this. Right? You get XP even if your opponent has left the game. That makes sense. I don't know. Does XP really matter? Except for getting portraits and things. Seriously, Ghost? I need you to do something. Liberators set defender mode circles on missile turrets, which doesn't work because they don't kill buildings. They will only attack units that get within these circles of doom. Oh, there it is. There it is. He's going to nuke this planetary fortress. Is he too close to the blast radius? The Liberators were. They got out of there. All right, Ghost, what you got? Here it is. Oh, he dodges. He dodges, and there it is. Planetary fortress on fire. Flames shooting out from it. Hellions trying to take it down, and the planetary fortress ends up dead. All right, so that's it. That's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another edition of Into the Void. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.
Broken and ashamed by what you have done. There is no redemption, and so you must run. And it's taken your heart and broken your soul. You cannot go back until you're made whole. And you're running into the void. You go searching into the void to find a place you can live, a place you can love. Is it just an illusion? When push comes to shove, there's a light upon you, and you follow it on, looking for a reason and a way to atone. All around you, the planets and stars. You're lost in a maelstrom of a great new unknown. And you're running into the void. You go searching into the void to find a place you can live, a place you can love. Is it just an illusion? When push comes to shove, and you're running into the void. You go searching into the void. And you're running into the void.